Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ox Fibonacci, and today I want to go over how to efficiently execute trades with good risk management for both futures as well as those of you that trade CFDs in crypto. I've had a lot of questions in various discords and different groups about, what's the best way to actually take the trades when you're actually trading, and also how do you figure out how much, lot sizes or contracts to use if you want to, use a certain risk per trade. So I'm going to go over what I use personally as well as my kind of best recommended options if you trade any of pretty much anything. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful, and let's dive into it. So I'm going to start off with futures and how I personally trade. There's kind of two recommended things I'll go over with you guys. So I personally trade directly off of TradingView. So if you guys have a Tradovate account, with any futures prop firm or Ninja Trader, the two kind of most common brokers, you can use this trading panel below to connect to a lot of different ones. Like I said, I use Tradovate for prop firms, or Ninja Trader. If you're also just practicing, you can use this paper trading. That's what I'm going to connect with today, just so I can actually take some trades and show you guys. So you can connect to paper trading accounts, and it'll let you do all the same functionality. If you are in Tradovate, I've got some MyFunded Futures funded accounts here. You just go up top to the settings, and you want to make sure in the add-ons section that this TradingView is activated. Otherwise, you won't be able to log in with TradingView. So make sure that's activated if you're wanting to use Tradovate specifically. And then once you're on the chart, really all you got to do, say we wanted to take a long trade here, maybe with the stop at this recent low, target this high, maybe a little over 3R or something. All you got to do is place the position tool on the chart, right click, create limit order, and then here's where you can see kind of all the different options you have. You can change, do you want to risk a certain dollar amount or a percent of your balance, or whatever percent of risk. You can change to whatever you want here, and you can also customize kind of the different levels. Essentially, when you first place this position tool on the chart, that's kind of what it's going to default to for the take profit and stop loss. It's kind of from these levels on here, but you can kind of play around with these, and you can do limit orders, market orders, stop orders, kind of whatever you want, and it'll automatically calculate the number of units based on how much you want to risk. So say you wanted to do a market order, you could say I want to risk 250, and it will kind of dynamically change this units. I'm on M&Q, so it's not going to change super frequently, but it'll dynamically change the number of units so that if the trade hits your stop loss, you can see here we're only going to risk slightly under this 250. So this is kind of the first option. So I'll just do show you guys how this works. So after you place the order, you can see really easily on the charts kind of the entry, the take profit, the stop loss. You can of course drag these as you would be able to with anything else. You obviously you don't really want to extend your stop loss typically, but this is how I personally will execute trades. I'll just come in here, I'll put the position tool how I want it on the chart, I'll right click it, create limit order, and then I can kind of change whatever risk I want, and it'll automatically calculate how much to use. So that's personally what I use for futures. The kind of second options I wanted to go with you guys is, I know there's a lot of you that use Topstep, so they have pretty similar UI, but they unfortunately don't have the same exact functionality that you'd get on TradingView. So for them specifically, I recommend coming in here to these account settings where you can adjust kind of how much risk you want to use. So say I wanted to do 250 risk, or maybe let's do 200, and maybe I want to go for 3 to 1, so maybe my take profit 600. So you can use these kind of pre-configured settings, make sure to save them, and then say we're in the similar place on the chart. Let's say I wanted to take kind of a similar trade on here. So this is maybe my kind of trade that I have mapped out. I can't place the order the same way, but what I can do is buy kind of one contract, and it'll place me in, and then it has this stop loss pre-populated from the settings, and then I can drag this to where I want my stop loss to actually be, and you can see now I've only risked $67. So then you can just kind of scale in to the trade until your stop loss amount is kind of what you want it to be. So kind of a two-step process here. You need to set your kind of risk settings in here for both the stop loss, and if you want to take profit as well, you can adjust that. And then once you have kind of entered the trade with at least one contract, you can drag your stop loss to where you want, and then continue to scale into the trade until this dollar amount or I think in the settings you can adjust, how many points you want to lose or something like as well. But you can adjust the stop loss to where you want it and then scale into the trade until the dollar amount matches kind of what you actually want to risk on the trade. And then same thing, you can kind of move your stop loss and everything else, or your take profit like you can. So this is kind of how I would recommend, if you're using Topstep, to kind of use the pre-configured settings, enter the trade, move your stop loss, and then scale in until the amount is kind of what you want to risk per trade. And this is generally going to be best with micros, so MNQ, MES, MGC. The micro contracts will allow you more flexibility with kind of how many contracts. Otherwise, the mini contracts, NQ, and you're going to have probably too much risk by just scaling in even a single contract. So recommended to use micros. So that's really kind of what I would recommend for futures. Let's say for those of you that are trading CFDs, you're going to be trading on Mt4, Mt5, and I used to personally trade on CFDs before there was a bunch of regulations, and I hands down recommend this expert advisor. I'll link it to you guys in the chat. It's this trade dashboard Mt5, and essentially there's kind of three key features. There's a video as well that I'm just going to link in the description for this as well, that goes over. This thing is super robust, but there's three features in particular that I want to share with you guys. I'll mute it, but I can kind of play here. You can basically use your watch list and easily switch between kind of any pairs that you want, which is super nice. A lot of other EAs, you have to kind of load the EA on like a bunch of different charts, and it's really nice that with this one you can kind of just set up your watch list and adjust, go to any charts you want. It'll work on kind of any pairs that your broker has, so works for forex, CFD indices, cryptos, etc. But yeah, that's kind of one cool feature. In terms of actually placing the trades, what you can see here is they've kind of clicked this byline button and it's populated this order similar to what we saw in TradingView. And then once this is up, kind of similar, again, kind of what you saw in TradingView, you can adjust the risk percentage amount, risk dollar amounts, or adjust it to a fixed lot. But the main thing I would recommend is the risk percent, because you can basically input kind of how much do I want to risk on this trade, here's my levels, and it'll calculate the lot size for you. So that's the best part about it. It doesn't matter what the instrument is, it will automatically calculate kind of what is the appropriate size based on this trade, depending on kind of what we want to do. And this tool is really robust. You can kind of adjust it to a buy stop or a buy limit or markets, and I think once you actually want to place the order, you just come down and click the buy button for long or sell button for the short, and pretty easy to manage the trades. They have a ton of different tools for different managements, and again, you can adjust if you want a fixed risk to reward, you can use that. I think these are 1, 2, 3R preset kind of risk to reward amounts, but it's a really nice tool that you can kind of place the same thing, position tool on a chart, adjust the levels to where you want, tell it how much you want to risk, and it'll calculate the sizing. The third feature I wanted to mention is, I believe you come in here to this trade tab in the settings. They have this over trading feature, which is really cool. It's something that Topstep has for futures as well, but if you want to limit yourself to only 2 trades a day, or only $500 loss, or maybe you don't want to lose more than 2% in a day, you can set these kind of over trading parameters, and it'll help you make sure you're not over trading, revenge trading, tilting. So another really cool kind of feature as well. And there is a free alternative that I'm gonna link in the chat as well. I believe this trade dashboard Mt5 is $65, which is 100% worth it. With all the different features they have, this thing is probably worth several $100s to be honest, but $65, and I think you can use it on multiple machines as well. So really recommend, if you're trading forex or CFDs, to use this one. And crypto as well. A lot of you probably don't know this, but Bybit actually recently released Mt5 as well. So I'll link in the chat so you guys can access that. But Bybit is kind of I recommend trading crypto off of Mt5 as well, because Bybit, you can use the same exact EA, the expert advisor, and you can trade crypto the same way that you would with forex or CFDs, by putting the position tool, charting your levels, telling it how much you want to risk, and it'll just determine how much to buy for whatever pair you want. So that's kind of my number one recommended way for trading crypto. The alternative, I would probably say, maybe you're trading BTC, whatever pair you want, maybe Binance or something, is kind of the second best option is going to be basically to kind of put the position tool on the chart, map out your trade, use the create limit order, or sorry, I think I need to, no, I'm logged in. Sorry, maybe I need to be in spot. I think for paper trading, you need to be in like a futures pair or something. So you have your position tool, yeah, create limit order. You can kind of determine, okay, maybe I want to risk $500 on the trade, and based on my levels, it's telling me, okay, I need to buy 0.4 BTC in this case. So you could take this information and then translate it to whatever exchange or kind of broker you're actually trading on, but it's a little more inefficient, right? You got to kind of figure out the price here and then translate it to whatever account you're trading. So number one recommended way for crypto would be to use Bybit's Mt5, because you'll be able to kind of map out your trade kind of all in one place. I guess the only downside is Mt5's UI is not as robust as TradingView, so maybe you have kind of TradingView chart on one page and Mt5 for the actual execution, where you kind of figure out the sizing and everything. But yeah, hopefully guys, this is helpful for you. I think it should solve a lot of your issues with maybe sizing incorrectly or too much for whether you're trading futures or crypto or Topstep. And hopefully this was helpful for y'all, and I'll catch you later. Bye.